like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Look at this crew here.
You do that.
Look at this crew. Hey, y'all.
Hello, my people.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Got Robert. He's always driving somewhere. You sure you're not an Uber driver?
Yeah, truck driver.
Hey, I gotta take it. I tell people I'm a regional leader, so you got,
Okay,
you gotta be on the road.
He's a regional leader, y'all.
Yeah, that's what it is. We're about to start a campaign soon, anyway.
Yes, sir. Ain't no question. It's a lot of driving, a lot of campaigning got to
go. Oh,
Lord. Yeah, we're so happy to have our good sister, the new commissioner-elect down in Georgia, our good friend Tiffany Taylor.
Yeah. I'm so glad to be back on, y'all. I've been missing y'all.
Yeah, we're missing you too.
We're missing you too,
Commissioner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you ready for work?
I am. I've been preparing and talking to a lot of people about a lot of stuff, and I'm just like,
awesome. That's awesome. And we got Sandra all the way in Houston, Texas, in that beautiful house that she's in there. That's a great house. Looks like mine.
Balling on a budget right here.
Balling on a budget. Okay. Hey, B, what's up, B? B is in Atlanta, Georgia. What's going on now?
Man, I'm still tired.
I'm still tired. All that traveling, Miami.
Are you Fannie Lou tired, or you just tired?
No. I was tired last week for Florida, in Florida with basketball. I'm tired this week because I'm staying in the club too much. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
okay.
Hey,
he's on.
Let me tell you something. I went to New York this weekend, but no, let's just say I went to a day party to this exclusive club. Next thing I know, our bill collectively cost me $200.
What?
Wow.
But let me tell you, we had a ball now.
Yeah, we had a ball.
But no, you know what I'm talking about.
I know. Trust me.
That's how much I spent. Oh.
I'm not partying again until Bernard's 60th birthday.
That's it. Yeah, all y'all invited to my 60th birthday party, August 13th. It's gonna be. Matter of fact, I'm gonna party the whole month.
That's right.
That's right, Bernard.
Oh Lord,
Sandra, make Sandra, make sure you put in for that so you can be home because we partying.
When is it?
August the 13th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll come down.
And we got
August
a place
13th.
for you to stay.
See that? Hey.
I'll come down.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we're gonna jump right into
I'll be
it.
right
We got
down
a
the
whole
street.
lot. Tiffany, what about the producer, Leo Gang? Oh Lord,
Right.
She born that week too.
No.
You can come too, producer.
You're too young. No.
Yeah, she'll be there. We sent on assignment the other day, right? She went on assignment to videotape down at the Georgia Municipal Association to do Keisha Gibson Carter's show. And she told me, "Oh, I'm glad I came to this one. It's a bar here." The girl looking for a bar. I told you on assignment. You ain't got time to look for no bar.
You can't. Young lady,
That's
you don't drink on
victory
the job.
drink.
You drink
After
after
you-
the job.
after
You don't
you
drink on the
finish.
job.
I believe after she finished, she got a victory drink. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Hey, Dr.
Good evening,
Jones
Reverend Jones.
and Sherelle, glad to have y'all there. Who else on there done chimed in? We had a couple of people. Okay.
Hey, it's the first time in a while we all been together, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Y'all don't be getting on.
Well, we're going to get right into the first subject, and I'm going to let y'all do it while I end this show. But the first subject, what's the first subject? 53 people died in the back of an 18-wheeler. Now, that's a lot of people to be putting in an 18-wheeler. When they go through these checkpoints at the border, they don't get checked. They don't open the doors. What, they got some hidden compartments with all of them lined up in it or something?
Well, well, first of all, it's random checks now,
Oh.
And then I do believe that these smugglers, just like the border control people, they can be paid.
Mm-hmm.
They can be paid.
Mm-hmm.
And because a lot of them are not making a whole lot of money, they can be paid. So they let them go and say, may the force be with you. Take their little $2,000 and here you have a tragedy.
Yeah, and it's sad. They said that there was at least four children that were pulled out alive, and for it to be a refrigerated truck and the air conditioning not working in the refrigerated truck, that just goes to show you that the smuggler really didn't care. Like, and there's no telling how much these people even paid to be on the back of that truck. Like, I'm sure somebody paid for them to be on the truck to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just tragic that happened from heat
and
stroke and exhaustion.
Yeah, because the money is coming from the United States. The people that's already in the United States,
mm-hmm.
they're paying, and and this type of stuff is happening. But this is the desperation of people, when they're trying to get to a better place, which I don't feel like the United States is a better place, but if it's
right,
if it's better than Mexico, hey, have at it.
It is all about money, Miss Jones. It is, and I say that it's fruit from the poisonous tree, because everyone has something to gain from situations like this. The driver of the truck, the crossing guards, the people on the back of the truck, the family that's here that's paid for their family members to get on this truck, the person that died, and it's so tragic. It's so tragic. But I think that when you put laws and policies in place to oppress people, then the desperation that comes from it is just as much as the policymakers' fault than it is the person that's doing the action, because they're desperate to get here. And this is just how they'll just do anything to get here. I'm sure that's not even the worst of it. So
it probably is not, because all across the United States we have people being trafficked and smuggled, and then a lot of them are in slavery until they can pay their fees off.
Yeah.
So
Once
imagine that.
yeah. No, once you go through this weigh station, I think you can weigh up to about 42,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Who got on music?
You muted.
There you go. No, they don't check the backs. They don't.
Somebody's calling him. If you don't put the phone on do not disturb, then they're going to call you. And when they call you, it interrupts your feed. So I thought he was buying a new computer today. So now you got to log out and log back in.
We need to gift him a computer.
Yeah,
Amazon got laptops for $250.
Yeah, but they have to be able to live stream them. If you can't live stream them, all they're gonna do is spin and buffer. They gotta have enough gigs or enough hard drive, something they gotta have enough of. I'm not computer literate, so you gotta have enough of that in order for it not to buffer.
Well, that's what we're gonna do for Bernard and viewers. That goes for you too. We're making a pledge. We're all gonna go in together. To Julius Cash App, and we're gonna get Bernard a computer for his birthday.
Yeah,
everybody that challenge with me.
You're right, Tim. You're right. You're absolutely right. Let's get Bernard a computer for his birthday.
No, I got a computer. I got one.
They were talking about your bad.
I just don't know how to use it.
But no, they're talking about your bad now.
I know
it wasn't.
They were talking about this, the main one.
I heard you because I'm looking at TV.
Right.
I see it.
It wasn't by me. It was Tiffany.
I see all y'all. That's all right. I have it on. Hey, I have it on. I'll be on the computer at 8:30. She'll be here in a minute.
Listen, we're about to call Judge Joe Brown on this one.
Yeah, we got to see whether it really worked. You got one of them little ones that.
No, I got a big one. I got a nice one.
All right, Donald Trump is big. It's the biggest computer you ever seen.
Yeah, the biggest. And they say
it's the biggest one in
Atlanta. Hey, but Sonya, on your they don't have to check those trucks. If his weight is right, they don't check them. They let them go right on through. But if you overweight, then that's when they say, "Hey, you overweight." They check it, but they don't check it. They don't. Let me tell you something. So I need a forklift driver, right? For my basketball next week in Atlanta. So I called the guy who drove for me last year, right? So I said, hey, I told one of the coaches, I said, what's that guy name who drove the forklift for me last year? And he said, oh, that guy in jail. I said, he in jail? He said, yeah, he in jail. He ain't gonna never get out no more. I said, what he did? Yeah. He was doing that smuggling. It might have been one of them, trying to get his folks over to America. He was a Mexican, and now he's in jail for doing, whatever.
Hey, Diane, how you doing? Hey, but if they're bold enough to do that, Tiffany, and it's 53 people, well, it's more than 53 people because some of the kids lived. Mm-hmm. And what happened was the truck broke down on the side of the highway. The two people, the driver and his and the co-driver, they went to get help to try to fix it. They know the people in there. They thought they'd be back, and the people suffocated and not only suffocated, heat exposure.
Heat exhaustion.
Yeah, and it killed.
Stroke.
Yeah. Stroke.
They suffered on the back of that truck.
Yeah.
They damn sure did.
Suffered. It was in Texas. Imagine how hot it is. It's hot in Georgia. Imagine how hot it is in Texas.
Let me tell y'all how hot it has been. It has been 103 degrees for real. I mean, and that's not the heat index. That is just, and it's been like that for the last 10 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's hot.
Yeah. So
my thing is, why everything always happening in Texas?
Because Texas is wild. Texas is crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
that's off the chain there. I'm not coming.
Nah, hey, call it what you're coming for in Texas, though. Hey, call it what you're coming for in Texas. Now, it's some good stuff in Texas.
Everything is bigger in Texas or not.
And all Hot Wheels, our governor, could say is this is Biden's fault. No, it's the whole administration's fault.
Yeah.
It is everybody's fault that has not figured out a way to fix immigration, the immigration system yet. In all of these decades, you know, these people are desperate. And what in the Trump administration, we had people, you know, children and adults,
camps,
you know, living like prisoners. You know, I mean, until he could figure out a way to send them back to their respective places. You know, they had to be prisoners and treated like dogs in a lot of these little camps. They were treated like dogs.
Yep.
You know,
worse than dogs, because you treat a dog wrong, you're going to jail.
Yeah. Ask like
going to jail. You got one tied up behind your house with a rope, you going to jail.
Oh yeah. Dogs get better treatment. Dogs get better.
It's a bad storm here in Marietta, so it's knocking out my internet. It's a bad storm.
Oh, okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was raining here, but it done stopped. The storms are moving off the coast. But anyway,
we hadn't had rain in over a month.
Yeah, they got to get that smuggling thing under control, because if they are bold enough to put all those people, over 60 people in that truck, and they're bold enough to come across the border with that. Think about it. They're doing it every day, and how many is getting through? There's a bunch of them getting through.
Yeah.
You know, so something better they got to have some imaging or something. But you know what? They probably got those things aligned with something where the X-ray machines can't see through it or something. You know,
well,
that's big money.
They had put steak sauce all over the people so that nobody would smell them.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow. Steak sauce.
You know what? That's deep.
Yep.
Yeah, Bernard.
That's
Bernard down there caught in the hurricane in Atlanta. The hurricane in Atlanta, man.
Really?
Nah.
Oh.
You know what he's saying?
No.
He said snowman back. The next subject.
We got Comcast.
We're going to go on to the next subject since he did. 21 African young people killed at a party. I know y'all saw this. It was all over the news. They said these kids were either ate something or drunk something or inhaled something, and they were falling down and dying.
In case of the bad gummies.
What you say?
They might have had some bad gummies.
Yeah, could have been some bad gummies. What you said was, Tiffany, you saw it, right?
I saw it, and that was just like the people fell where they were, like where they were standing across the pool table at the top of the stairs. And so I was thinking it had to be something that everybody as one ingested or inhaled for everybody to just die at one time. And you know,
they're saying that they may have been poisoned, but how could somebody, you know, unless it was in the drinks, you know, I mean, how could all these people die at one time? I believe it had to be in the vents or something.
That's what I said too, Sandra.
Yeah. I mean, because they was laying all over tables, slumped over, everything, you know. And
what was so crazy is these were students. These were students who were celebrating the end of the semester.
Yeah, 13-year-olds. You know, the youngest one in there was 13. Don't know how she got in the nightclub, but she was there.
But I don't know. Was it a nightclub or was it like a house situation?
They said it was a nightclub, but it could have been, just like a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's tragic. I have a 13-year-old son. And so, when I heard it, I was heartbroken. I was, dang, this messed up, especially for it to be on like the Channel 2 News. I think I saw it on Channel 2 News.
Yeah.
I was surprised because they really never, like you said, Sandra, they don't really report on things that's happening in Africa.
Yeah, but 21 on falling out like that, they had to report it because it was 21 people died all of a sudden. And they were falling out like they had Ebola or something, and it was, I'm talking about, it was terrible.
Yeah, I won't be surprised, y'all, if like the next couple of months they'll be like, well, these teens died from something, and now we had the first case in California. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they trying to scare us with all these things with like monkeypox. They talking about monkeypox about to come, and they done had 300 cases over here. There's 300 million of us now, and they done had 300 cases. So that's 1 per million. So we just gotta be careful because monkeypox break you out with these big old bumps all over your body and everything, and it's kind of gross looking, So we gotta be real careful of what you're doing and who you're talking to. I want to know how it's spread.
Well, you know what? I can't stand the fact that they're always putting things on gay men. But I don't know how gay men start everything.
Monkeypox too?
Yes. That's what they're reporting on the news. If you're, why not say, having sex with somebody that's infected, but they got to take it to, well, it's a gay man disease, the same way AIDS when it first came out, was a gay man disease until they found out that straight people could get it too, So I just hate when they start labeling the same way they labeled COVID, the China virus, and all of this type of stuff. Stop it. It's just something that's going around,
Yeah.
America, one thing about this country, they're going to blame everybody except them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? America's one of the most
racist,
coward, BS that you get. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we the greatest country in the world. Man, please.
Yeah, please.
You're the most anyway, let me just stop.
Our states are turning into communist states. I mean, how are we the greatest place in the world when hell we're about to be under shaman law, just like in these Indian countries where women have no damn rights. So how is this the greatest country when half of the population, which is women, and we overpopulate men, don't have rights to their own bodies? What is this? But I know that's another subject. Go ahead, producer.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Well, that was we're gonna find out, and we'll report on that after they tell us what the autopsies reveal, whatever the forensics say, and that we'll tell you what happened with those 21 African young people who died at a party. Next subject happened out of Atlanta, Georgia, and I know, Bernard, don't go to the subway. Don't go to the subway. What surprised me was that it was a black person, because I go in all the subways here and I don't see nobody black. All I see is the Indians own all of the.
I go to Jersey Heights.
Yeah, I go to Firehouse. They got the best subs in the world.
Yeah,
man.
Nah,
y'all
Atlanta.
Had a sub until y'all come over here to Texas and go to Potbellies.
I'm gonna go to Turkey Hut.
You don't want to go to the turkey leg.
I was thinking that too. Now you want to tell you what I was thinking. I said, Lord Bernard, you got the flag behind you.
So America can't be that bad, she said.
I'm faking it.
Exactly. He faked it the same way when Trump was hugging that damn flag that time. Y'all remember?
Hey, but ain't no black folks go in the subway in Atlanta. Not but black folks. You don't see no white folks going there, and the Indian run it, and the black folks buy their food. If that's the case, I went to the restaurant and they put too much mayonnaise on my chicken burger this morning. So it is crazy, man. I'm getting so tired of these little girls.
Go to Wendy's.
But how could you?
They drown your stuff in mayonnaise. So
how could you kill somebody for putting too much mayonnaise on your sandwich? How could you do that? What kind of person is that? See, and see, these are the type of people that need to go to jail and don't come back.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree now. I agree with that.
Yeah. Now, Tiffany, don't you go in there trying to do nothing. Y'all see what Tiffany say? Talking about Subway do put too much mayonnaise on. And Tanya talking about don't put down Subway. It's not their fault for crazy. No, it's not.
Subway is nasty. Y'all put on Jersey Mike with fresh.
Subway is delicious.
Baldino's better than them too.
Baldino's the best.
I don't eat mayonnaise.
Their bread, Baldino's bread is nice and soft and fresh.
Yeah.
Subway, they might give you some bread from last week. I don't eat Subway. I do not walk in the restaurant.
And the only person who doing commercials for Subway is the black people. You got Shaq,
you
got Butler, you got all of them doing it.
Tom Brady. All of them.
And Subway has went up. Like I remember when the cold used to be like $4 and $5, and now it's like $8, $9 just for the sandwich.
Yeah, everything is going up. You would think this a Burger King right down the street from me. They close every night at 8 o'clock. How the hell Burger King closing at 8 o'clock? I mean, I hardly eat a burger.
They don't have no workers.
But when I was in Savannah, when I went down to Savannah, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to find anything to eat because everything had closed except for like the Taco Bell. Even McDonald's closed because she was like, that was short of staff.
No, like, Van Johnson closed them.
Well, y'all better go to Jersey Mike. Go on the subway, y'all gonna get monkey pop.
They give her what she wants. See, so I don't know what the dude must be had a problem with. Why you go there knowing that you might shoot somebody because they put too much money? Now, if the girl said they ain't going to give him his money back because the sandwich and she got flipped and she probably talked. I don't know what happened, Bernard. You're gonna have to investigate that. Since it's right down the street from you.
Hey, let me tell you something about Atlanta.
Yeah, because who did the shooting? What did the employee shoot? The customer did the customer shoot the employee?
No, the customer shot the employees.
Hey.
Oh, we see, and that's that fruit from that poisonous tree. When you sign them laws in, giving
that's coming up. You know, that's our next subject. We're gonna get into that one in a few minutes.
You know,
we give her a chance to make the sandwich over. We don't know that.
But no, you better not mess with them. Don't mess with them folks from Swanson over there in Bankhead. That bank you up looked at them wrong.
Yeah. These folks don't
leave them ATLians alone. And they went to Doug and Fred. Roger Douglas, you better leave them suckers alone.
Maybe there was like a confrontation.
But I'm gonna tell you this now.
Started with Mayo.
You got. I mean, I hate talking about my people, but I'm gonna talk about my people because I don't really like my people. But let me say this here: they have so much attitude when you customer service. They come to your table, they give you an attitude. You go to the store, they give you the attitude. I be like, man, leave me alone. That's why I don't like y'all. I'm telling you. I mean, they got so much attitude. Like, come on. I just want a hamburger. Why you get mad with me, you ugly self? Man.
They ain't gotta be ugly.
Ugly.
Talk about a child ugly.
If you're don't treat people right, you
Dirty.
ugly.
Yeah. But no, when I worked at Wendy's for like maybe 2 years while I was in high school, and I used to be so mad, y'all, when the drive-through buzzer would go off. I would just be like, why don't you just go home and eat? But you know,
Why could you have that attitude if you get paid to do that job?
right.
Right. And you know, everywhere.
Just
My daughter said
attitude.
she went everywhere. My daughter said she went in the dollar store, right? and she went up to the counter, and the girl asked her if she gonna pay with EDT or food stamp. She looked at her like,
That's what y'all do.
really?
That's what y'all do.
My daughter
Y'all
said,
swap.
what? Girl, I got money. My daughter told her, say, you work at the dollar store. I can buy the whole damn store.
Think about hour one.
Boy, man, I'm tired of it.
And they be having the attitudes like, you know, and McDonald's workers are the worst.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, that's a
absolute
Burger
worst.
You better clean that plastic. That's another.
Hey,
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The lift
The only place I'll get an attitude at is when I go to the strip club. They don't give me no attitude.
Touchdown.
is your way right away. Look, quicker letter, I.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Can I help
but
you?
no, watch P Valley. You gotta watch P Valley.
I know.
Somebody told me about that show. I got to
Oh,
watch
yeah.
the
I
show.
want y'all to watch it. And Tiffany, you watch P Valley.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
I
to
do.
watch
I
me.
watch it.
Baby,
I
y'all
said,
gonna
I don't
run
know
up
if I don't know if I'm gonna go back to the paint after Sunday.
Hey, Robin, what the P stand for, Robin?
P Valley.
P Valley. I heard of it. I've yet to watch it, but I'm gonna check it out and see whether it's worth me talking about it or watching
Nah, it's
it.
good.
To watch
Listen.
it. So
Yeah.
It'll probably be good for Bernard and America.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
Hey.
good on that show there.
Just
Yeah.
come tell me who Mercedes is. I need to know who Mercedes is when you come back.
okay, I'll do my investigative reporting and I'll report back on whatever the name of the show.
Come here, Mercedes.
P Valley.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Julius, do your research, Julius, because I want to hear this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to know
And
question.
Jew,
who's the mayor of P Valley. I want to know who the mayor of P Valley is.
Oh, they got a mayor
that
too?
girl. That girl.
Oh,
they
but
got a
you don't
woman
be
mayor.
surprised who that girl is.
Hey, I know it.
Okay.
Look,
Okay, so I'm gonna watch it and I'll let y'all know what my reviews were.
Jules, you ain't got to watch it. Call me. I'll tell you about it. Just call me.
No,
You
I
ain't
want-
gotta
let
watch
him
it.
watch.
No,
I'm
let
gonna do
Julius
my
watch it,
investigative
Bernard. He
report.
gotta watch it.
Oh,
You gotta
okay.
watch
Okay.
Tiffany said I got to watch it.
You gotta
Watch
watch
it.
it. And I apologize in advance, Miss Howe. I apologize
No,
in
it
advance.
ain't.
Is that bad?
Hey,
Hey.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Shut up. Shut up.
I ain't said nothing.
That's why
I
I
just
call P
apologize in
Valley.
advance.
See,
Shut
because I was saying something and somebody said, "Oh, just watch PVAC." I was saying ain't nothing on. Because I watching the mayor of Kingston. They cut off and the new season ain't come on yet. I was watching 50 Cent new thing, whatever that is, with Tom.
50 Cent is a little more.
It went off after 10 episodes, ain't come back on. So I said, I need something to watch. And so I said, just go watch P Valley. I said, is it good? They said, yeah. And they started laughing. So whatever y'all talking about, it's got to be something crazy awesome.
See, I like that kind of foolishness. That's why I like it.
Robin getting excited. Robin getting
Yes,
excited.
sir. I like the
Julius,
foolishness that go
You have to
on.
watch all of season
just
1,
wait
and
till you
we
see
are
what
4
happened about
episodes
Chevy.
into season 2. So
Okay, they done had 2 seasons.
The
we're
new,
on
the new one coming on soon.
episode of season 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
I'll
got
watch
good.
it. I'll watch
You
it.
got what? Good
I'ma go-
14
what
episodes
station
to
is
watch.
on?
Stars.
Stars.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got Stars. If I can't, I got Amazon Prime. It's
That's what I was
probably-
just gonna say. Look at it through Amazon Prime. But I apologize, Miss Hall. Robin and
You already apologizing.
I'm already
I'm telling you,
apologizing.
that's some crazy stuff there.
Hey.
I heard about some gangsters. Is the people gangster on there?
Yeah.
It's good. It's
The
good.
first season.
All right.
Hey,
All right. Well, anyway, we're gonna get on to these other gangsters. The Georgia gun laws causing death already. And these are some real gangsters in the Georgia Assembly. Bring Sandra on. Tiffany, bring Sandra on. Okay. And so what has happened is Georgia passed the new gun laws recently where anybody can carry a gun. Anybody. You could be a 10-year-old and carry a gun because they say everybody has a right to carry a gun. So what they need to do is let just everybody carry them. Convicted felons, everything. Don't even worry about all that because you're trying to say that everybody should be able to carry one. And then the governor got smart the other day, Sandra. Somebody said, well, you don't think that all the criminals will be no, he said you don't think that making the gun laws available to everybody will cause a problem? And the governor said, well, all the criminals already carrying all the guns, so we just want the citizens now to carry guns to protect themselves. That was Kemp said. Kemp said this out of his mouth the other day, less than 3 or 4 days ago.
And so, that's why he ain't gonna win.
Yeah, well, we got to make sure that he don't win, because when you're talking about doing stuff like this, and it's already the roost. The chickens have come on the roost already, because we just recently had a death on Friday, where a young man got his permit, carrying a gun in a holster, and the officer shot him dead.
Well, it's a setup, y'all. Y'all don't know this.
Then we said that it was going to be a detriment to our community.
Yeah.
Now, all the particulars are not all the way in, but now this is the GBI report, Bernard. On the GBI report, we had a big meeting about it last night also. Y'all watch Alicia Blakely's show, y'all will see that we had a big meeting about it. The GBI report says that the guy told the officer that he had a permit, got his wallet to tell him that he had a permit for the weapon. This is the GBI report, so don't blame me. So then the guy put his wallet back in his pocket, lift his shirt to show the officer the gun. They say he pulled the gun and started running. Now that's a GBI report.
So that's called murder. That's what that's called.
That's called murder. If you cannot shoot a person that's fleeing, it's against the law, no matter who you are. If you had just killed 100 people in the mall and you run past the officer and he sees you running, he cannot shoot you and you just killed 100 people.
And again, the SPD and the chief has done that one deep thing. I ain't gonna
the bad part is, and I'm gonna give y'all all of it so that y'all can make y'all own assessments of it. Then the mayor, they have a shooting, a triple shooting, a few days ago over the weekend, Saturday. The next day of the Sunday, one of the two, Saturday and Sunday, they have a triple shooting downtown Savannah, and now everybody wants to jump on because it happened downtown. But I have not heard these people give news conferences every day about the murders that are happening to young black men in this city every day. Not the NAACP, not the church leaders, not the community leaders, not nobody is getting up every day saying, what are we going to do about this here? Now, they shoot 3 people in the tourist district, and now the mayor said he wants to put in a curfew.
But what did Teray say? What did Teray say? What did Amir Teray tell y'all?
That there won't be nothing done until they kill somebody down there. But
until they kill a tourist.
Yeah, the tourist district. But now also, they're saying that they want to put in a curfew because it happened to the tourist in the tourist district. Now you got representatives, and which is a friend of mine, and I think he should have been talked up. He should have been spoke up, because now you waited to speak up after this 3 people get shot in the tourist district. They have been getting killed every other day. We got 2 12-year-olds got shot on while we were having the meeting last night, right behind us.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, 2 blocks away, they got shot on Montgomery and Duffy while we at West Broad and Grenade, MLK and Grenade. So it's only 2 blocks away where these kids got shot at. So and it wasn't, I don't see them having a press conference about that. This is my problem. You're speaking up only when it happened to the money. You're not caring about everybody. So Black lives don't matter.
Sure don't. And they're so quick to bust out in March and put the signs up in their yards. But baby,
it's just a shame.
What this comes down to is this, and the sad part about it is you got 2 leaders that can control this or can come up with plans, but they don't want to. And the reason they don't want to, because they don't have the same level of respect that we have for our community. And I'll say it again. It's time that we get rid of both of them. I mean, I don't understand how you get, if either of us went on our job and got a vote of no confidence or did not fulfill our responsibilities, they're going to send us home. And we got 2 people at the head of this ship who obviously don't care. And I guess it's going to take, before, it's got to come to their homes before they take it for real. But you know why they'll never come to their homes? Because they're protected.
Yep.
By the system.
And you know what?
Go ahead, Bernard.
Let me I was talking to a couple young people in Florida. We were sitting to the table just talking, and I brought up I asked them, I said, why y'all don't why y'all young people don't want to go out and vote and make a better life for everybody. They say, why are we gonna go out there and vote for people that look like us, that don't care about us?
Say it again.
Why I want to waste my time to go and stand in line in this hot heat to vote for somebody that look like us but don't care about us?
Yeah.
And they say, one girl say, in each major city you see black males, you see black this, and they ain't doing nothing for us. So why we should waste our time going to vote? Because it's not gonna benefit us. And then they say the older folks, y'all get mad with us because we won't go vote. Don't be mad with us. Be mad for the people who y'all put in office. And you know what I said? I was like, you know what? All y'all got a good point. And I said, we're not here to talk about the politics, whatever. I was so embarrassed. I was like, you got a good point. Let's just, eat and everything. And, we'll talk about this such another day. But they're right.
Well, they're right to a degree. They're right.
What I'm saying, to a degree, they're right. Because I told you should go vote. But what they were saying was, why vote for somebody that look like us is not for us.
Right.
Okay.
And the thing is,
when I was running for elected office down in Savannah, and I wrote this little blog saying, what have you done for me lately? Okay. And I was saying the same thing about because Savannah has been black ruled for a long time, up until Eddie got in there. But here it was, you got the 1st district. It looked like a 3rd world country. You got the 2nd district. You have the 5th district. All these districts controlled by black people totally, and we had a black mayor during the time. That was Mayor Jackson, and they had a black commissioner. We had our DA was black, and nothing changed. I mean, from Rasakis on to Van Johnson, the black people in Savannah has gotten nothing from voting black, So that is not a strategy anymore to vote your color. you better start looking at what these people's principles are, because if you looking for color, look at Herschel Walker with his retarded self.
Yeah.
You make a good point. You make a very good point. But and you're absolutely correct. We did look at some principles, and we have two of your very good friends who we put on there also. One, we got two of your very good friends, and they were so passionate about not going down there and selling out. They were so passionate about not taking the bribes and being paid off. They were so passionate about advocating for the people. But now when we put them in office, they're with the status quo. Their advocacy for the people is getting McDonald's for the kids in the community, free McDonald's, getting blankets for the people under the bridge, and putting dumpsters at 36 and Waters. So you can't tell me, these people are not doing what they are supposed to do. You can't tell me that we got to look at that, because we got them selling out after we look at that also. That we looking at their degree of advocacy for the people, because they're showing us that they want to, and then they don't. What you say, Tiff?
In servitude.
Yeah, there ain't no service. They're serving who has already been in power. Welcome, Dr. Torre. How you doing tonight, sir?
Doing excellent. Glad to be here with you all.
You had a great show tonight. You talked and hit on some issues. I implore everybody, go back and watch Run Tell That. It will be replayed again tomorrow, as well as this show here on Thursdays. We got a whole lineup of all kind of new shows. Even got church in the morning. So after you done sin tonight, you get church in the morning with Pastor Small. But Dr. Torre, you talked about a whole lot today, and you hit a lot of good points. And I want everybody to go back and watch your show, because you were right on the money with everything that you were saying. So y'all go and watch it.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, what do you take on these new gun laws and what happened in Carver Village with the police officer shooting down this young man? Because if he was running as the GBI reports say, then you cannot shoot a fleeing felon. You cannot shoot a fleeing felon. That's murder.
Yeah.
But they shoot people that's walking towards them unarmed. So
yeah.
Let me set this up real quick. So what people fail to realize is that whole abortion thing was not about abortion. This thing, and I might be overreaching, but none of this stuff is by coincidence. You're allowing guns, you're taking away rights. Sooner or later, we're going to be back out in the cotton fields handing out lemonade.
Exactly.
And I mean, this is all building back. Somebody said it best. We're taking steps backwards. And I just, it's very dangerous to think about the fact that, just think about some of the stuff. Like, the Supreme Court and look at that idiot Clarence Thomas. They can really strip away certain rights that protect us. And right now, it's almost like, so what you going to do kind of situation.
Exactly. Because you heard him, this idiot, which he made a good point, but he's an idiot, because he said the only rights that are really protected are rights that we were given, that was written into the Constitution when the original writers wrote it. So really, if we go to that, we could take away his right to have that ugly ass wife of his, because that definitely wasn't in the
y'all start calling you guys ugly.
Yeah. That definitely, was illegal back in the day. We as Black slave descendants. We were not written into that original Constitution, and neither was women, because we were owned by our masters, but then women were owned by their husbands.
Mm-hmm.
So there are no absolute rights. Let him tell it. And that was not the end of it. It's not the end. But I'm gonna tell you what I feel like this is all about. White people are diminishing in this country.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And with the browning of this country is becoming more minority than Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't need they're white. They really don't care if black people go and have abortions.
No, don't.
All day. And Mexicans, because they're trying to figure out a way to get half of these Mexicans.
Increase their numbers. Correct. And they say Clarence Thomas is trying to take us back to a time when he couldn't marry his wife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
you know what?
Go ahead, Bernard.
Hey, take this out. If you take all the Mexicans that's in this country right now and send them back to Mexico where they came from, who gonna cut your grass? Who gonna clean all the trash on the highway? Who gonna build a house? It take 3 months to build a house and they build it in 1 month. Who gonna do all that? Not
only that, but if they were to send, they would still be the minority. You're still the minority. So it's and I feel like that has a lot to do with the way of the world today. Like, white men do not like to lose. Like, we saw that with Trump losing the election. White men do not like to lose. And if they can put anything in place to already oppress the oppressed, then they are going to. Coming after rights. This is just the beginning. Getting us guns, we're gonna start fighting each other over basic needs, like, because they hate to lose. They don't want to be the minority. So we'll put things in place. They'll kill each other eventually.
Because Trump don't like to lose, because he said kill the vice president. You know he don't like to lose.
Exactly, boy. That was something else, ain't it? And
that's cold.
That's some cold-blooded stuff now. But see, they were off each other. Because I still don't believe that Jeff Epstein, I don't believe that he committed suicide.
I don't think he committed suicide.
Well, Jeff, I guess they say Jeff got what he got coming to him. He had enough money to buy some real ladies, and he wanted to buy something that he shouldn't have had.
But the thing is that he had incriminating information on our president.
On the president. All of them was on the island. Yeah. All of them was
Y'all know that if Trump don't mind killing Pence, what he care about you?
Okay.
If Trump don't mind killing Pence, what he care about you?
If I'm about to be chopped next, watch what I tell you.
Who?
Ivanka. Remember, she spoke up at the hearing. So he about to go take her out next.
She is Fredo. She is the Fredo of Godfather, because he went back in that damn room and said, never go against the family. I promise you that. Y'all remember the Godfather.
Dr. Torre, you seem mighty quiet tonight. What is going on? And I've never seen you quiet.
I was just listening to you all. I have some thoughts.
Well, give us your thoughts. We always want to hear.
Man, don't pamper him.
Speak.
Don't pamper him.
No. Oh no, I'll let people speak.
His lawyer called me today, Bernard.
Man, tear that thing up, man.
His lawyer gave me the contract. I got to let him speak.
Let him sit in hush.
Torre, where you get that shirt from? I like it.
I got Savannah Bananas. But I was going through this out there. It is just like what Tiff and what Chandra is saying, that This is about Caucasians because their numbers are lessening. In fact, Georgia in 2030, if everything goes as planned, we have shared this. Georgia be a minority state. The majority of us here in the state of Georgia, and so, but that's also happened for the entire United States. So this was about them forcing Caucasian women to still have birth, and they don't, and show you how insane they are. They don't care if it's via incest or rape. That's how insane and how sick they are. And so, and one thing that I had shared with folks, and I shared it on Run Tell, that a part of this issue about the abortion issue and all that, guess what? You know who's at fault for this? Caucasian women, because they voted for their daddies, they voted for their husbands, their sons, their nephews, their uncles, they voted for their cousins, they voted for all these people who were insane, who were saying what they were going to do. And because of race, they sided based on race and not based on content or platform. They ignored platforms and went along based on race. So now they're in pain and in anguish. And I'm like saying, guess what? I ain't having no sympathy to you like that. You should have been listening to Black folks who understand what happens. Black folks understand, like I shared on the show too, that y'all know what happened. You give them an inch, they're going to take a mile when you only have a half a mile of rights. Yeah, you just had half a mile of rights, but they're going to take a mile. And so Black folks understand we got to protect that right there. And so, but they ain't want to listen. So now you got these Caucasians running around here now, especially females running saying, oh, we need to do this like fools. Y'all should have been listening to us all along. And your arrogance, your haughtiness, your protection allow you not to listen to us. And so now you thought that these people who you supported were going to look out for you. No, they were showing you, they told you the hatred that they had.
Yes. Yep. And by any means necessary, I mean, I don't know if any of y'all, I keep telling y'all that The Handmaid's Tale on Hulu, everybody needs to watch that because it came out of the mind of somebody. And what wound up happening is that one day we woke up in a new America. And everybody was trying to get to Canada because in America, it suddenly became illegal for women to learn. And all they were able to do is have babies and go under biblical law. And it became illegal to be LGBT. They were hung in the street if you were LGBT, you know. And everybody was trying to make it to Canada because the United States had locked down, you know, and we couldn't work anymore or anything. We were under male rule.
And it was white males too.
And they were white males.
All white males.
And in it, white females were the ones that voted for this stuff.
Yeah.
So be not deceived that art imitates life or life imitates art.
Correct. Life imitates art.
I was like,
so that's The Handmaid's Tale. So Sandra's giving y'all a new. So should I go? How many seasons is that?
That's
a lot of seasons. I stopped watching it.
Like 4 seasons. It'll make you mad and it'll make you cry. You know.
I don't need that to make me laugh and cry. Tiffany already gave me P Valley.
No, you
gonna watch P Valley.
A lot to watch.
Jamal, you watch P Valley?
No, I don't look at shows like that.
Jamal.
Hey,
He told me it was a gangster show.
Jamal just watched Gilligan Island.
It's a gangster show involving a certain industry.
Right.
Oh, well, I mean, I like gangster shows. I like crime dramas.
It's a show about the interest that Kirk Franklin likes.
Oh, I like Kirk Franklin. Okay, I'm gonna watch that.
Oh Lord Jesus! What he does.
Don't listen to Jamal.
But don't Kirk Franklin acknowledge he had an issue?
I ain't got to do with that. I don't know that man like that.
Kirk Franklin like the same.
Jamal, did he have script issues?
and pornography and all that. So yeah.
Oh,
Nothing to do with all that. I ain't in the man house.
He will enjoy P Valley because it's like, you know.
All of us got it.
It might cause him to relapse. It might cause him to relapse.
Oh, okay. We'll watch it and see what's going on with it.
But mind you, I don't look at it. I know nothing about the show. I know nothing about the show.
Obviously, you do.
I already gave my disclaimer. I already apologized to Miss Howell beforehand.
Hey, babe, but
What channel does it come on, y'all?
It's on Star.
Oh, Star. Oh, okay.
Y'all will enjoy it. Y'all really will enjoy it.
Look at Bernard.
I am the mayor of P Valley.
But hey, Jamal, you know you watched that show. Me and you was on the line the other day when it was on talking about it.
Lord have mercy.
Stop lying.
But also,
P Valley on.
come on, you know Mercedes.
Hey, matter of fact, I was at P Valley last night.
Hey, your baby gonna be when Mercedes mama made a mad. Just see what happened in that parking lot.
Woo, boy, man, I would have. Hey, she couldn't be.
Anyway,
she couldn't been my child talking to me like that. She couldn't been
Next
my child.
Okay, what's the subject?
It got too much heart for Jules, so he left. Roe versus what's next? Gay rights, same-sex marriage.
Clarence Thomas went and threw out. He went and planted the seed. And that's why I think we threw out the folks too, that you have LGBTQ folks, they want to focus on their issue, and then black folks who are lesbian, gay, trans, or queer, or bisexual, they want to focus on that issue per se and don't look at their blackness. So Clarence Thomas went and planted the seed to show people that this is what it's going to be about, that now judges and politicians are not going to come at them with regard to their marriage. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. And they're going to put it out there. So I tell folks, and also put it out there later on with regard to Brown versus Board of Education. They're going to be doing it. They are creeping along, but then that's why, again, those activists who are gay, lesbian, trans, and queer, and bi, they're going to have a fight too. And then don't come running to me trying to say that, the black community need to be doing such and so on. So no, y'all need to be listening to us. I keep saying they got to listen to us. We've been in this fight for 400 years, and they not get involved in this fight in the 1960s for some Caucasian women, with regard to women's liberation, even though they had the suffragists and they were racist, but they're now saying we open it up for everybody. And then now with regards to 1970s, with regards to gay and lesbian activists, I'm like saying, no, y'all need to listen to us because we've been fighting this for 400 years.
Yeah. It's coming, man. What is his name? Django? That Django, man, that dude's something else. He's the worst black person in American history. He is.
Who?
He ain't got that. He ain't got that gray hair up there for nothing. No white hair. Let me say this. Just because you marry a white person, don't make you white. That don't make you white. So I don't understand him, man. I swear, this him, man. I just get mad when I even see his face. I get mad. This dude he done lost his mind. He worse than an Uncle Tom. First black man in American history.
Well, we're gonna talk about him in a second. Are we still on the gun laws?
Roe versus Wade.
Oh, we're on Roe versus Wade. Okay. We're gonna talk about the worst black man to ever live in a few minutes. But we're on Roe versus Wade right now. Ivan Cohen said Django is the Supreme Court, but we're gonna talk about that in 1 minute. everybody, you can start getting your comments ready to tell us who you think the worst black man to ever live to walk this planet. You can give us his name and just put it in the comments. We'll put it on the screen in 1 minute. But we're talking Roe versus Wade now. So what's next when you're talking Roe versus Wade? Are they coming for gay rights? Are they coming for same-sex marriage, contraceptics? What's next? You won't even be able to kiss anybody. I mean, they're controlling a woman's body, and they're not controlling the gun laws.
Exactly.
They faking like they care about life, but like Jamar said, it's only to preserve white life. Mm-hmm. They don't care about any other life. They just want to make sure that they look like they're trying to preserve all life. They don't care if you go try to get a procedure done, and if you get caught, then they'll put you in jail. So that's a double whammy for you. Mm-hmm. So,
and then if if you're in jail, then you can't vote. So it opens the door for a lot. It opens the door for them to set us back really far. A lot of the hard work that people have hit the pavement for, all of that could be just taken away from us. But in these times like this, we have to be vigilant. We have to be so vigilant and consistent that, we have to make it hard for them to be able to think that we're just going to lay down and let you reverse our rights. Because who are you as a man to tell a woman who, what, when, why? Because mentally and physically, you are incapable to. So you shouldn't be able to speak on it. It's barbaric, and it just goes to show the leadership that we have. Like men. And I bet they're all white, besides crazy man. White men wanted to set standards for control.
Mm-hmm. That's all it was. That's all it is. And to show us that they can control us.
Well, do you think that they should increase the Supreme Court from 9 to 15?
They should have been done that.
13.
And they also should have limits on how long they can serve.
Exactly.
Because if you sit there with those old minds and you're not willing to elevate yourself or to look at or to lead with empathy and compassion, you need to have several seats somewhere else at your house, on your porch.
That's a great point, Tiffany. And because Clarence Thomas is a perfect example of Django. He's a perfect example of Step and Fetch It. He's a perfect example of somebody carrying somebody else's water. He's a perfect example of what it means to be in the slave mentality state for all of your life. This man believes that everything that he's done all his life, that's why he went and married a white woman. That's why he advocates the way that he does against us, because he hates everything black. He hates everything about himself. I know that's your cousin, Jamal, but I got to say this. I have never met anybody other than you that say that they were related to him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we don't take kindly talking about our family members.
And Jamal, and you need to run and tell that. Tell your Uncle that. I got some.
That's his first cousin.
But all these rules, you know what? It's not about nobody. Only thing these changing is about black folks. Yeah. That's why they're changing the rule. How do you change the rules in the middle of the game? It's trying to control us black. The only thing this country want us to do is aim them. Basketball, football, singing, and all that. That's all. Once you get out of line and try to change, because that's when they start coming to get you. They did Michael Jackson like that. They did Martin Luther King. They did X, period. Until black folks wake up in this country and we get together and stop all this, they gonna continue to do this to us over and over and over again. Trust me. And they come gay folks next. They gonna change the rule. They gonna change the rules.
Correct. That's
because they never felt like they should have gotten that right. And they're going to try to, that they have been trying to overturn everything that Obama did, you know.
It's pros and cons to this. And Jamal, I know you would probably like this. I don't know. But it's pros and cons to this. It's good and bad to a lot of things. When you look at the bad side of everything, you can also look at the good side also. What it did was it gives the Democrats a platform to energize the base and to create a bigger base. And if they don't know how to take advantage of this, then the party needs to just give up. Mm-hmm. They have given you this on a silver platter. They're all getting behind it. Trump is taking credit for it. So if that don't tell you that you are next on the chopping block, that you need to get your butt out and vote if you can, don't matter whether it's raining, don't matter whether it's cold, don't matter whether you're hungry and the lines are long, you need to vote. People died for you to have that right. Mm-hmm. And in order to change things so that it can go back or so that it can be the way that you want it to be, then you need to vote.
Yeah.
And you need to take somebody with you to vote. It is going to have to be a mass voter participation and registration in this country.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For things to change. And they send it to the states. So every state can do whatever they want. And if you're not a Democratic state, then you're going to have to go to Illinois, California, someplace to get these things done. New York, and I mean, you used to spend how much? $500 back in my day for an abortion. I don't know what it costs now.
But in the
like
it's the
$324.
You said what, Sandra?
Huh? It was $324 right there on 34th Street.
Oh, back in the day. Well, $500, same thing. You got to pay the bill and get there and everything.
Right on 34th Street. I mean, I dropped a couple of packages off over there.
Okay, so too much information. So what it costs today's world?
Mute her.
Anybody got?
Mute her now.
Well, yeah, it opens up a can of worms for a lot of things. Incest, rape, and for a young woman to have to carry the child of the person that assaulted her is like, it's already bad enough when you have a baby by somebody you think you like and you can't afford that baby. Just imagine being assaulted or raped or incest and you're carrying your father's baby or your uncle's baby or
or strangers' baby that
you already killing the children.
See, let me tell you why things like this happen. See what Ivan Cohen said. See, this is why people get mad and do the things that they did. Don't what you doing?
You're right.
Ivan Cohen said, see, this is one of the reasons Clarence Thomas did what he doing. When he put in for the priesthood, when the dome lights went out, someone said, "Smile, Clarence, so we can see you."
Yeah.
So ever since then, he wanted to be white. He don't do anything. Clarence Thomas is the biggest detriment to women and minorities in this country's history.
Maybe he has mommy issues.
Yeah, some type of issues.
And his mother was a very nice person. His mother was a very nice person. I worked with her at Candler for a long time. And she was the sweetest person. I don't know how she had this, and he has benefited from all of these rights that have been put in place.
Yeah.
That he wants to take away. Now, affirmative action, that's on the ballot. That is in the Supreme Court right now, and they're about to vote on that.
That's going away. I can tell you that now. That's going away. That's going away.
Even though we still are not on equal footing when it comes down to a lot of things that affirmative action allows us.
Again, Jamar Torre, that is good and it's bad. Because when they take affirmative action, they putting all the gun laws in your face. They taking your voting rights. They abortion, gay marriage. The Republican leaders of this country are doing what they want, and they're telling you, I dare you to do anything about it. Either they're trying to cause a civil war, or they're trying to make you get up and get off of your butt and do something. That's vote. The vote.
Right in front of you. It's like, and let me show you how Governor Kemp gonna play with Georgia. Governor Kemp ain't gonna say nothing about it, nor is he gonna. I would be surprised if he signed that law before the election, before November. They're not gonna make a word on it because they don't want to lose that Republican power. Let me tell you, and I think I told you this, Julius. The last Democrat governor we had was Roy Barnes. You know how Roy Barnes lost it for all the Democrats? Was that flag issue. So Kemp and them are smart enough to know that if they even play chess with this, that they're gonna lose. So watch, I'd be surprised if they do anything in Georgia before November.
Well, I don't think it matters, Robert, because you got to be hiding under a rock not to know what they're doing and what their intentions are now.
Exactly.
And if you don't want to get up and do something about it, you can't wait till the foot get put all the way on your neck.
Well,
put on your neck.
Well, guess what? He stole the last election. What we do?
Nothing.
Well, yeah. What you want us to do? You want us to go out and riot?
I want you to go burn down every building.
Shoot.
But no, seriously, folks, what they are doing, and honestly, I hope this makes some people mad. They're looking square in the face of brown and black people and saying, "What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna stay elected. You ain't gonna get these seats back. And matter of fact, we're gonna come take these big city seats."
Yep.
Then you're gonna start seeing Mary Norwood, mayor of Atlanta. You think this crime thing is about? This ain't no coincidence.
All right, you done hit a bad spot, son. You done hit a bad spot. Next.
Hold on, I'm back.
Hello.
Come on, you cannot keep driving Uber and trying to do the show.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this stuff is about design.
Oh, ain't no question. Everything they do is plain. Everything they do is plain. And then people wonder why Keisha and Alicia and Bernetta advocate so hard. They wonder why these people are crying and complaining. Because, see, they got there and they saw what's happening. They doing what they promised they would do. And then you got the bougie ones that's still saying, why are they making so much noise? Why are they doing this? Because, Negro, you need to wake up and see and smell the coffee and understand that they're fighting for you. Stop fighting against them.
Exactly.
This is every day. We got to try to tell somebody why they fighting. And then when you tell them, they got to, well, I didn't look at it like that. So I ain't got time to do 10,000 people. But I'm going to try to get 5,000 because that's all I need for you, Van, is 5,000. And I got them.
But you know what? What's so crazy? What's so crazy in Savannah is you got all black people is killing the Keisha. It's the black people killing them. And I'm telling you, these phone calls, man, I done hung up in so many black folks in Savannah about this issue, about Keisha and all of them. Man, I'm like, that's the problem. Instead of y'all embracing them and helping them, y'all killing them. Y'all killing them.
They've never seen this style of advocacy before. They've never seen it because all our leaders have always betrayed us. Once they get the pat on the back, the ride on the jet, and the trips and the
sit on Tesla's lap.
Then they betray us. Jamar Torre,
that's what they want.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that we don't have to wait in Georgia. The Life Act was in place 2019. It's just that it was declared unconstitutional. And so, but now that's why the Attorney General is saying, hey, Go ahead and put that. Let us go. Let us trigger it right now. The Attorney General for the state of Georgia saying, "Bam, it could be triggered." But the life act is already. So it ain't nothing that that we need to wait on. It's already been done. It was done 2019. That's why I say all this right here. This is all based on, I say, Caucasian women who supported these people, and they did this again. This ain't nothing brand new. People acting like it's brand new because it comes to the forefront, but the stuff had been happening. This stuff has already been set up. They had already had the plans and the schemes. So yeah, so Georgia right now, that's where they gone to the court and saying, "Hey, listen, let us go ahead and bam, run with it."
Yeah, and they're doing whatever they want to do to challenge to see what we're going to challenge them on. And if we don't stand up united on one front, then that's the problem. Just like with this murder, and I got to call it murder until I know otherwise, out in Cow Village, of the police officer killing the young man. They're saying it's all right to carry a gun, but not if you're black. So that's what they're saying to us, that if you black, you can't carry one. This law was made for us, but we didn't put it in there like that. But you need to try to understand it and interpret it like that. These laws are not for you to carry a gun. They're for the citizen, the other white citizens, to carry a gun now. So if you got a gun, that officer got a right to shoot you. And so until we stand up and say enough is enough and learn to organize and protest and be united for more than a week, then we're not going to get anything done. They understand that our staying power is 4 days. Mm-hmm. They understand that we're not coming back out in the heat united. They understand that we're not going to march in the rain. So they do what they want to do because they know we're going to give up.
Yep. If they don't pay attention to us long enough, or if they can give us a sorry ass thing like Juneteenth, we'll just give them a day. We'll give them a day. We won't give them no rights, but we'll give them a day, and that'll appease them. Child, please. The hell with that.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what? It's with me, you try to stay in your house as much as possible, because if you go out in public, you're gonna see something that's gonna burn you up, and you might even get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna stand up. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna say what I got to say and do what I got to do. I don't give a damn. Trust me. That's why I stay to myself. That's why I don't carry no gun.
And we got to be able to unite, Bernard, to the point where, part of our problem is you have a protest downtown, and the first thing somebody gonna say, I'm not going down there because it ain't no parking.
Yeah. Never mind, it's okay, bro.
It's
you still on the show?
Ain't no parking.
Try to get on the show.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they're saying. It ain't no parking. I'm not going down there to protest in front of City Hall because it ain't no parking.
Okay.
When these kids took over for the Black Lives Matter march, they blocked Bay Street. They didn't care about no parking. They made new parking. And this is protesting. This is showing people that if they don't like the shooting down in the tourist district. Just imagine you shutting all the money down also.
Yep.
It makes a difference. They listen to you. You don't spend that money, they listen to you.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anybody else got anything on this subject?
But it's just like the overturning it bears so many evil fruits, kind of like the stand your ground law. Trayvon Martin. So many people killed from the stand your ground law. And when people originally heard it, I'm sure they didn't think that, it would affect us so much to where movements like Black Lives Matter rise to be what it is today. And I just think that they think they're going to get away with a lot of stuff that comes along with the overturning of this. The same way so many Black bodies have been unjustified, murdered in the streets, and nobody's being held accountable for it because of this law that protects them. And that's the same thing that goes with Roe versus Wade. It's the same thing. It's
and you know, and for our white friends who are listening, and y'all know that all we're doing is advocating to have some type of equality, put things on a level playing field. Because if you look and read this book, look and read this book, look through it. You ain't even gotta read it, but look through it. This will repulse you. This is what they did to us. This is just some of the documented stuff of what they did to us. You know, one lady complained about them killing and hanging her husband. She was pregnant. What did they do to her, Dr. Jamal?
Mary Turner. What happened? Her husband and some other black men were lynched. Now, they had nothing to do with the crime, What happened was that they lynched one man and then went about lynching other black men. So Mary Turner, at the time, she was like 18 years old. She's pregnant, I think about 8 months pregnant. And so Mary Turner, this happens like, as you give example, like it happened like, let's say it happened on Thursday. On a Friday, Mary Turner merely says, I want to see justice for my husband. My husband was lynched unfairly. So guess what happened? A rabid group of Caucasian males with some women, they now come, in particular male, they come and they now go and proceed to lynch Mary Turner. They hang her up, then basically douse her with gasoline, cut open her belly, and so then the child falls out. They then stomp on the child's head and they shoot Mary Turner.
And where was that at?
That happened in Brooks County, but she was in Brooks County, Georgia, but it happened in Lowndes County, Georgia, and that was in Valdosta. And so, but guess what happened? They denied that it ever happened. They had the historical society there in Lowndes County said it never happened. But guess what's going on today? There is a historical marker that goes and recounts it all and put it out there. And that's why we tell people, and guess who was the person who wrote the President of the United States and sent a telegram to the President of the United States and demand justice for her? Her name was Rebecca Stiles Taylor. Guess where she's from?
Where?
Savannah, Georgia. Savannah, Georgia. She sent the telegram to the president and said, we demand justice for Mary Turner. And it was from the Toussaint L'Ouverture American Red Cross Society that she was in charge of. So that's why I tell folks, guess what? When we stand for Speak Up Here, that ain't nothing new for us because there's always been a group of people and that have been involved in this type of movement and in this work right here. People got to speak out and talk about it. That's why, again, the shows like the Rabble and all y'all on it, that's why it becomes important. And so, but here you go. And she demands justice for Mary Turner.
Without Sanctuary, y'all. That's the name of the book. Without Sanctuary. Get the book. Some people saying that this book is, you can't even find it no more. It's like $300-400, right, Jamal?
Right.
And so get the book. If you can find it, get the book. I mean, it's not for you it's just for you to have public knowledge of what took place and why we advocate so hard. Because see, we have not gained all our rights. We're not. We're still fighting. If we had rights the way that it's supposed to be, we wouldn't be on this show talking.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't be here complaining. What y'all think? We just making this up? There's a reason why we say and do the things that we do. It's about equality. It's about doing the right thing. The book is Without Sanctuary. Without Sanctuary. Get the book.
Put it out there.
And I'm trying to get it up there too. There it is. Without Sanctuary. All right. Without Sanctuary.
Yeah. And you know what they're going? You know what they about to return? They about to take our voting right for us next.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as it it's coming down the line. And we sitting around here, all we want to do is buy shoes and Mercedes-Benz and buy big houses.
In line
if black folks want to look good, that's all. They just want to look good.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. You know. And it's crazy. You're right, Bernard. Look at CRT, critical race theory. They don't even want it taught in the schools
Because
because
they
they
don't
want you to
want
forget about this.
Yeah.
They don't want this talk. Go ahead, Jamal.
Oh, and that's what I tell folks: the people who are opposed to, or the reaction that you see towards CRT, I call that the Mary Turner psychosis, because just like the same thing, how they fought and did not want people to realize and know about what happened to Mary Turner, I call it the Mary Turner psychosis. It's the same old thing. It ain't nothing brand new. This has been going on. Always want to deny it. All the horrors that they have inflicted on somebody, they don't want to come out. But yeah, that's why I say it's that craze, again, craze mentality. Here it is. Somebody say, I want some justice for my husband. And what's so crazy about people say that she wasn't even in a position to get justice at all, because she was, again, it's doing segregation, and they weren't going to go and do anything to those Caucasians. But that's why they're so rabid. And so that's why I say CRT reaction to people, I said that's the Mary Turner psychosis, because that's what y'all got. Y'all got a psychosis to the truth.
Mm-hmm. Don't want the truth to come out because it's going to make them have to look at their ugly truth. And even my grandma had made the point, like, she was just like, I just wish everyone would just let go of what happened a long time ago. And my grandma is 80. She's 81 years old. And to hear her say that, I really couldn't, because of my manners, I couldn't say, like, Grandma, really? But she was just saying, I just want them to just let it go because you just didn't know the people that it happened to. But these same things, because it was let go, is why we're still fighting it today in 2022. That is why they feel the need to reverse things like Roe versus Wade, because they feel like we've forgotten all along what they did to us, how they killed our leaders, how they ostracized us, how they didn't unfairly treated us, how we didn't get our portion in the land when they were giving out land. And it's still going on today. And that's why. And that's why I'm so passionate about it too, because I want my sons to see me fight this fight so that they are equipped with the tools that they need when they get my age. They'll be able to stand in the gap for their community. And that's why civic engagement is so important. We have to go into our communities. We have to give them the knowledge that they need for the people that's running. If they can't go on the internet and see people's values as community leaders, we need to get out there and tell them, hey, this is what this person believes in. This is what this person has done. And I believe that this person is going to change the community. That is the only way that rural areas, predominantly Black areas, are going to be comfortable with voting, because they don't feel like they have some, but it's up to us. We can't just sit here just like not like how we're doing now. But we have to get into we have all of this knowledge. We have to pass that knowledge on to even people that's older than us. They need this knowledge. People that's younger than us need this knowledge, because it fills in the gap for the 5 o'clock news to come on and put in our minds that we're less than because we got pulled over and shot.
And that's why she won, y'all.
Thank you, Commissioner.
That's my girl. That's why she won.
That's why.
Yeah, you're right.
Commissioner Taylor, we are so proud of you, and we are behind you 100%. You got a wealth of knowledge right here that you can pour into, to pour out of. You got Dr. Torre for anything that you need political. You got me and Robert for anything that you need gangster. And you got me and Bernard for anybody you want hurt.
That's it. That's it.
If it's a girl fight, just call Sandra.
That's
And
right.
I can write very well. So if it's something you need written up, I got you.
And we can hang out on Baxter Street. That was Baxter in the house. Baxter in the house.
Baxter. That's right. And made
That's right.
Riding on Baxter.
That's right.
Lord.
And those people, and the people need to realize too. The Ku Klux
elected officials on
they
this platform.
turn in their sheet, and now they take wearing suits. You got to wear suits now. You know, trust me.
Everybody
every
white
the other
day.
On the suit. Don't think he for you.
Hey, D.L. Hughley said it the other day, and it was so profound, and he missed in saying it. And then he said, "You know what? I just happened to be listening to him on the way Monday. He said white men have never made a law to inconvenience themselves. Ever. Yeah. They have never made a law to inconvenience themselves. Every law they made is to inconvenience somebody else. And that somebody else has always been people of color. He said they have done it in all their robes. Think about it. He said they have done it with their black robes as jurists, and they have done it in their white robes as hangmen. Yeah. They have never done anything to inconvenience themselves. It ain't nothing against our white friends. It's against those people who think that they're still slick and doing what they're doing to us. You know, and we fight because we have to. We you know, me and Bernard, we the oldest on this group, and Jamal right behind us. Then the three of y'all, Sandra, then Robert, then Tiffany. You know, so we got to make sure, like Tiffany just said so profoundly, that we have to be able to leave the history to the ones coming behind us. Because if they don't know, then they get caught up in a trap. You have to be able to know, because people will do what they're doing if you continue to let them do it to you.
Yeah. Because you know what, too? We had people, when we was growing up, we had older folks look out for us. So now we got to look out for our people, and now we want our generation to look out for their people. And Jules, you made a point. They don't want young black men or young black people to carry guns. Some of them do want us to carry guns, but they know we're gonna kill each other.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? They know we're gonna kill each other. You can kill a black man. You can kill a black man in this country and get 2 days in jail. You kill a white man in this country, you're gonna get 200 years in prison and some.
And the death penalty.
Period. Try killing a dog. You're gonna
kill a dog. You're right. Yep. You're absolutely right.
You kill a dog, you're gonna get more time than you get.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Don't kill no dog.
Yeah, dogs got more rights than black people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really.
Yes.
You're right. You're absolutely correct, Tiffany. And that's why we fight the way that we fight. That's why we give the information that we give off of this platform. If you want that book, Dr. Betty Jones said that you can get it for $99 on eBay. She just looked it up. So look it up, get the book. It's a lot of history in it. It's gonna make you mad, but you need to know the history. And a lot of it will just make you, I mean, seriously, just piss you off to the highest level of festivity. And so you got to be able to calm yourself, because you don't want to get in any trouble. Because we were not treated fairly, and we're still not being treated fairly, and we're still being looked over. We have leaders. When you're in the position to lead and you're in the position to change things, you need to do so. You don't need to go there and get patted on the back, and then next thing you know, everything is changing. Just because that contractor, that developer is taking you on trips now, or giving you loans, or letting you have access to their seats at the new Civic Center or anything. So, I don't know what I'm talking about, any of y'all friends, Sandra, but sometimes the truth is hurting.
Sometimes it does, man. Sometimes it does.
So we beat that subject in the ground. It's a subject that the gift that keeps on giving. So we'll just keep talking about it later on. We got a few other subjects, and we only got 20 minutes. Worst black man to ever live. We're gonna put the nominees up. Worst black man to ever live.
We can't say ever live. We can't say.
Live. Sandra, you first, since you already talking.
We can't say ever live, because shit, there's been a lot of them.
Well, just give us your top.
Currently, Herschel Walker, for me, would be in the lead, right along with Clarence. So, I mean, that's currently.
That's your top two. Robert, who you got?
That's my top two.
I'm gonna go with R. Kelly, and yeah, I'm gonna go with R. Kelly, and since we done beat Clarence to death, Herman
We're
Cain.
talking about the truth here now. We ain't talking about
What? You say R.
black
Kelly?
man to ever live, and you put R. Kelly in?
R. Kelly?
Yeah, I don't agree with. I'm not saying we got to do something to him, but the trafficking and all of that. We can fix policy. We can't fix mental trauma that happened to them people.
R. Kelly was sick,
right.
Robert. R. Kelly had a disease. R. Kelly just got 30
R.
years.
Kelly had million. He could have bought a real hoe.
Hey, no. R. Kelly was sick. But let me tell you what happened. The reason why all this came out on R. Kelly, because R. Kelly money ran out and he couldn't pay the family. And so now that's what happened. He didn't do all this by himself. That's
not what the question was.
There's a lot of
the reason why I
parents
asked that way is we can change
a lot of parents
policy.
need to be in jail. Just like he in jail.
I ain't beating the man up. The question was
too for letting their child go to R. Kelly house.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. The question was.
So R. Kelly and who else you say, Robert?
I said Herman Cain because he was just as bad. I would have picked Clarence, but we done beat the man to death. I mean, no more we can beat him.
Herman Cain was up there. Herman Cain, Ben Carson.
Herman Cain is lightweight, and R. Kelly shouldn't even be in the top 1,000. Tiffany.
Y'all asked a damn question. The reason I answered
I'm just going to give you the rankings.
I want y'all to listen instead of responding.
Okay.
You can fix policy. You can fix the stuff that Clarence is talking about. You can't fix somebody who was traumatized because of whatever happened. I don't care who gave what money out. I don't care. That's traumatic to a person. That's not cool. Period.
Right.
Okay.
We understand that.
Okay.
Okay. He hurt, let's say 50 people. Clarence Thomas is affecting 50
but
million.
Y'all done beat the man to death. Clarence
Damn beat him. We want the truth. We don't care about. We need to know where they rank.
Jamal Touré, what's your answer?
That should be in the thousands.
Y'all see how they attack people?
What?
They abusive. Y'all abusive.
Go ahead, Tiffany. Give me who you think the worst black man to ever live.
This is probably going to sound so crazy, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I don't have a worst black man that ever lived because all of the black men that have made choices are, products of their circumstances, products of their environment. So I feel like we have worst black men and white men, but a lot of the things that our black men have done is only because of their circumstances. That probably made me sound lame, but I just
only saw.
You should have said Bernard Brown.
I said only sort of because sometimes your circumstances and your environment do play a part in things that you do. But sometimes Clarence Thomas is not that. You cannot say that about.
Oh my God, you hate Clarence. You just hate the man.
Clarence Thomas is the worst man to ever walk the planet.
Jesus. Who is Clarence Thomas and Bernard Brown?
Bernard, who your two with?
Hey, I got two. The worst black man in American history is Clarence Thomas, and the second black man in American history is Donald Trump.
Yeah, Jamal.
All right, then, Bernard.
That's right. Bernard gonna get a whole new show line thing. Watch, he get a new little header for his show now. Because he did right.
Hey, trust me. Hey.
Jamal. Do you have two, Jamal?
Yeah, I'm gonna say William Neal, who was the confidential informant for the Chicago Police Department, and that's why Fred Hampton died. With regards to that. And I'll go and say any other black people who participated in destroying our liberation movements and working on behalf of the government, on behalf of the oppressors.
What he said.
Exactly.
No, you already got an F.
Don't come for me.
That's Julius. You can't go back and say that.
Shut
She
up,
wants
R.
Tiffany to
Kelly.
get her own.
you.
Look,
That's all
Tiffany
you.
gonna get her own show now because she did right.
It was just so crazy that you put R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Man, come
Shut up,
on,
R.
man.
Kelly.
We don't, oh my God. You know what? Clarence Thomas, damn it.
Robert, so many people are gonna be inboxing you like,
Yeah.
how you gonna say that about R. Kelly?
Yeah,
Clarence
I love
Thomas,
that
I'm
music.
changing my answer.
I believe I can fly. Oh,
Reclaiming
yeah.
my time. Reclaiming my time.
R.
I've
Kelly
been
can't
going
fly.
say Herschel Walker, Tim Scott, and
Mike
Clarence
Pence and Clarence
Thomas.
Thomas.
Ivan Cohen, you are in there. I don't believe that Herschel Walker makes that list, the top 10 yet. He's some cold garbage, some cold doo-doo, but he hasn't made that list yet.
That man might have
He's just-
CTE.
Herschel Walker's just an idiot. If you want to really start my, he has not impacted anybody's life yet. He has an opportunity to impact.
Well, he sure hasn't impacted his children's lives.
negatively. Hold on, Rob.
Yeah,
He has an opportunity to impact it negatively. Armstrong Williams,
Yeah.
Thomas Hart, you are on the money. Armstrong Williams is one of the people that when you listen to this guy, all you wanted to do was get in your car and go find him and beat his butt. Armstrong Williams was really an idiot. But Clarence Thomas is the worst Negro to ever grace the dark skin
God is
in
not
Yeah.
pleased.
American history. It ain't no matter that we beat him up. You got to be able to tell the truth.
Yeah.
This man hates everything about us. Ben Carson, the like him and Tim Scott, these people have done us no good. That's why you do not subscribe to when they are all, the Republicans are all trying to throw somebody black in our face who they support. We got to run away from that Negro. We got to run away from it because, oh Lord, then they put Julius Hall on that list. Damn.
Wait a minute now.
And Julius Hall.
Wait a minute.
God don't like ugly.
Hey, don't take his name down there now. Wait a minute now.
Hey.
You out of pocket. You out of pocket. That's my boy now. You out of pocket. Who that was? We're going to get her.
That's a preacher. That's a preacher.
That was Tanya. Tanya put that up there.
That was Thomas Hart. That's Minister Thomas Hart. He said,
Tanya put that
I
up
don't
there.
know
I
how
saw
I
it.
made the list, but y'all can put me on any list you want.
You might well put Van Johnson name up there then.
Oh Lord, don't y'all start that mess.
He behind Clarence. He behind Herschel Walker.
Y'all not gonna do that man like
He ain't
that.
got there yet. He on the way. He on the way. But Jamal ain't gonna let me talk about it.
Hey.
Right.
Don't behave.
Huh?
I said right.
Right. So
Well, he may not allow you to talk about it, but I can talk about it because
Oh,
he is
Lord.
a man. I'm in Atlanta. He can't touch me. Jamal, you
Don't
can't touch
touch
me.
me.
Miss Producer, mute him. Mute Bernard, Miss Producer. Mute Bernard.
and see why we listen to this. Thomas Hart say Julius Hall, read Clarence Thomas autobiography. Why you keep moving it, Tiffany, when I just put it up there? Julius Hall, read Clarence Thomas's autobiography, My Grandfather's Son. He tells you why he is the way he is. It starts with him being ashamed of Pinpoint. We don't care nothing about him being ashamed of Pinpoint. We are ashamed of his ass.
Exactly.
He is a disgrace to the black race. He is. And listen, if I wake up in the morning and they told me they pulled Clarence Thomas out and they skinned him alive, I would be going to celebrate some damn way. Clarence Thomas is nothing to me. He is absolutely garbage.
You gonna behave.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Yeah.
He's the worst man to ever speak the black language.
Y'all are not being
It's really
Christian
wrong.
right now.
Yeah.
What you say, Jamal?
God is not pleased, is it correct?
Oh, there is a book that talks about Clarence Thomas. The book came out over a decade ago. And that book goes and tells you exactly about Clarence Thomas. That when people get into some of this right here, I'm like saying they're going to talk about his family. They get into about here in Savannah. And just like, okay, Clarence did not grow up with his mother. Clarence grew up with his grandfather. Right there where Fraser Holmes is now located, but it was Currytown over there. His grandfather, he sends him to go on. Clarence Thomas discusses, that's why this is not anything brand new. Clarence Thomas made a decision back in the 70s that he was going to go to the side with the 70s and the 80s, and he was not going to become a Republican and support the Republican Party issues. He was with Senator John Danforth. One, some people are going to say a very racist, a very conservative, the ideologue Anton Scalia. So Clarence Thomas made a decision to turn his back on the Black community, but use the Black community because we think that skin folk are our kin folks, and we know that that's not always the case. But Clarence Thomas, that's why even I had to get in this conversation with someone on Sunday. When Clarence Thomas was in the Reagan administration in charge of EEOC, the cases plummeted under his regime. Clarence Thomas was telling folks even before he's sitting on the bench where he was. But we don't get caught, but that's why I'm saying the book goes and discuss some stuff, and I'm not going to get into what my family members going to tell you about the family. But I can go and tell you some of the things what his relatives had said to me, that even when they would go up to DC, go up to Virginia to visit him, they cannot go up there when his wife is there. When his wife is on vacation, that's when they go up there. That's the Black folks from here. That's when they go up there. And that he has viewed himself as like he is that in the family. Some of them like, no, we're going to handle this right here. And just to let y'all know, the family is tied to some land down in Liberty County. And there is an issue about who has the land. Clarence side think that they are the controllers of the land. And the other brothers are saying, no, it is not. They said that that's heirs' property. See, people don't know that. And then somebody now around here, and to show you how insane we are. As I said, the information is out there for us to know exactly how the mentality of these people. Ain't no mystery with regards to he made a decision. And so now somebody's saying that Clarence Thomas is a hoodoo man and other stuff like that. I had to tell the person, I said, that is bull crap. So I said, stop trying to create fantasies for these people right here and try to talk about that. I was like, that is bull crap. Clarence Thomas is a Black man who made a decision to turn his back on the Black community, and that is how he is operated. Ain't no mystery about that.
So at the end of the day, Clarence, it started out with his grandfather then.
Oh no, understand this. No, here's what I say. Let me tell you about his grandfather, Miles. The reason why some of your parents, and I'm just saying, Joe, the reason why some of your parents, your grandparents are registered voters is because of his granddaddy. His granddaddy was involved in getting people registered to vote in Chatham County. That's why some people are going to say his grandfather's probably turned over in the grave, but he said his grandfather was his hero. But his grandfather worked so Black people can have voting rights and worked with regards to this. And I ain't going to tell y'all that my cousin also said that even though they say his grandfather sold coal and sold ice and stuff like that, and he was a businessman, my other relatives going to say, and his granddad also sold moonshine liquor. That's why for me, it's never been a mystery about Clarence Thomas to me at all. I'm like saying, we can't get caught into the media. Here it is. We live in Chatham County. We have access to the information about this man, but none of us accessing the information like we need to access, because that's why I said Clarence Thomas been let people know he ain't trying to be that. Clarence Thomas, now I'll give some other background. Clarence Thomas said that when he was at Holy Cross, he hung out with the Black Muslims. So people say he was a radical. Then he said, later on, and not because he's with President Reagan, then people saying that he's conservative, all that stuff like that. He's trying to justify himself on the Tony Brown Journal, trying to put it out there. And I'm looking at this like, this man right here don't like us. And that's why I'm talking, this is back in the 80s. So that's why I'm like saying, please, we know who he is, so stop making excuses. Understand, this man is sinister. This man turned his back on us, and that again, his family, some of his relatives ain't caught up into the madness. But the ones over in Pinpoint have used that as if to try to get them some notoriety. When in fact, somebody said that when they did a historical market, he was there. I'm just going to throw it out there. Like I say, I'm giving y'all the background that other people don't know. On some of it, but it's right. Everybody know it. What happened? They all sitting up there inside Sweetfield Eden Church. And so now they up there, they call him Bubba and all the other stuff like that, Bubba this, Bubba that. And then one sister went and said, all right, them cousins up there, his up there, go up there and put a book in front of some of them and ask them if they can read. So that's how deep this is. That's why I'm like saying, but here it is. We all around here. That's why I keep trying to say, this is why I get mad. I'm like, we know this right here. But we all acting all ignorant. I don't give a god dog about no god dog on me that's saying stuff. There's books out there. So some of the stuff I said, it was inside this book that people wrote about Clarence Thomas. I'm like, and I had told y'all that? But guess what? We all playing the game. And so now I'm going to show you one last thing to show you about this man's mentality. his brother name is Peanut. People love Peanut. Both of them attorneys, and both of them they got different. They got the sister and Clarence have got different daddies. So that's why Miles is his daddy's grandfather. So what happened? Here go, Peanut dies. Peanut has a son. Clarence don't do nothing to help the son. But guess what? Mark, who is his sister's son, what happened? Mark now gets involved in the drug stuff that had happened out in Pinpoint. So now guess what? Mark has a son. And so Clarence goes to Mark and say, Mark, you got to do better. Let me go ahead and raise your son. I'll go ahead and raise my grandnephew like that. So guess what? Let me tell you, Mark's son, the mama is Caucasian. So here it is. Some people wouldn't say, and someone's called out saying, all right, with Peanut's son, you don't want to raise Peanut's son. You ain't want to do that because Peanut's son, his mama black, his daddy black. But now here go the Caucasian mama, because the child is mixed race, biracial, you raise that child. That's why I'm saying people here know that, right? It ain't nobody saying it. The person who I know who said that constantly has been somebody named Jamal Teray. I've said and call it out. If nobody in Pinpoint can even get mad at me about that, Clarence can't get mad at me about that. That's the deal. And I told you that's psychological right there. That's why I'm like saying ain't no mystery about that man. That man don't like us because of his own self-hatred issues.
Hey, Jamal. Hey, Jamal. Jamal, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So tell us how you really feel.
We gotta go, y'all. We gotta go for real.
We got to go.
We gotta go.
We got the other show started. We didn't even get into our subjects because I want to let y'all whether your life was better or worse since Van Johnson took over.
All right, we're gonna be that.
We didn't get to that. And
it is great. Van Johnson is great.
Yeah,
I'm still a Republican. Van Johnson is great.
Mute him, Tiffany. But we want also we want y'all to put one person in the circus, but we'll do that next week also, and we'll talk about those things next week. Anyway, we'll talk with you all. Stay tuned next for Unjust. They got a great show coming on next. Y'all tomorrow. It'll be reran tomorrow. And don't y'all forget to look at Alicia Blakely's show. She had a live audience on last night, and we talked about the shootings and everything in this one road cop who is arresting everybody. Everybody who I've talked to since that are calling me about this one cop who are harassing black people all over the whole city. So y'all make sure y'all watch that show. Alicia Blakely's show. It'll be on, I think I got it scheduled to be on tomorrow too, if it don't be on tonight. Anyway, good night, y'all. And I thank y'all. Great commentary. Great show, y'all. Love y'all.
Good. Bye, County. Bye, County.
I see you this week.